If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. My name is Daniel Walcott. I'm a realtor with the McKinney Group and Keller Williams Capital Properties here in the Washington, D.C. metro area, and I help people just like you build their wealth and real estate portfolios one property at a time. If you're watching this video, then you're either in the market to buy a home or about to be in the market to buy a home. But more importantly, you're probably wondering, where is this money coming from? Before I got into real estate, I know I used to scroll Instagram and just wonder, like, is everyone rich besides me? I mean, maybe. In every society, you have the have and the have-nots. Now, if you're a have-not, then the NACA program is for you. Quite simply, NACA is the best mortgage program in the world. There's no down payment, no closing costs, no mortgage insurance, and no credit score requirements. On top of that, you can use any realtor of your choice to represent you. So what's the catch? There's no catch. NACA is a nonprofit organization, and their whole mission is to address economic injustice and promote home ownership through counseling and affordable mortgage options for people with low to moderate income. Now, there are certain qualification criteria that borrowers would have to meet in order to obtain a mortgage through NACA. Let's go through them. Number one, you need 2 years of on-time payment history and 2 years of stable income. NACA realizes that your credit score is not an indication of your ability to pay a mortgage. Now, I only wish that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac would get on board with this too, right? I could have done something 5 or 10 years ago that could have messed up my credit. That doesn't mean that I'm not paying my bills today. And so NACA understands that. That's why they don't look at your credit score. They look at your payment history. So you want to make sure that you're up to date on that. Number two, no judgments, liens, or collections within the past 2 years. Number three, no foreclosures, no short sales, bankruptcies within the past 2 years. You guys are seeing that trend, right? Number four, 12 months of on-time rent payments. Number five, they require you to have what's known as payment shock savings. Now, this number is different for everybody, but your NACA counselor will let you know exactly what you need to have saved up in order to be qualified. Number six, they require you to have additional funds to save up to cover homeowners insurance, prepaid taxes, escrow reserves, and inspections. Don't think just because NACA is covering your down payment and closing costs that you can have $100 in the bank and still get approved. They're a nonprofit, not a charity, right? They're not just giving you this money for a mortgage. They want to make sure that you're financially responsible, and they're going to assign you a counselor to make sure that, one, you meet all these requirements, and if you don't, these are the things that you'd have to do in order to get NACA qualified. Side note, I think this is why a lot of people say NACA takes a long time in order to get qualified, is because you don't meet the criteria. And so if you had a late payment, let's say 10 months ago, you'd have to wait those 2 months in order to get NACA qualified, because they do want to see 2 years of that clean history. So just keep that in mind. If you know you missed, if you just got foreclosed on, or if you got evicted, something crazy happened to you 4 months ago, NACA's a great program, but just know that it's going to be very difficult for you to get NACA qualified until that time has passed. People in the NACA program are categorized as priority or non-priority members. The status of a priority member or a non-priority member is determined by the median income of where they're purchasing the home. Priority members are those whose income or combined income, if there's multiple borrowers, is at 100% or less than the median income for the MSA where they're purchasing a home. Non-priority members are those whose income is greater than the median family income. If you're confused, don't be. Just know that HUD calculates all the incomes of families in a certain area or county, and they use that to come up with the area median income. So that means half of the families in that area make less and half of the families make more. If you make more, you're a non-priority member. If you make less, you're a priority member. NACA actually has a tool on their website where you can type in your zip code to see what the area median income is. Now, despite the name, buyers in both categories get the same counseling and benefits from the program. However, there are two key differences. Priority members will receive an interest rate that is 1% below market rate at no additional cost. So if the interest rate is 6.75% for a non-priority member, then the interest rate for a priority member will be 5.75%. The second difference is priority members can purchase anywhere as long as they're within their loan limit amount. Non-priority members can only purchase in a low to moderate income community or census tract. So depending on your income, you can be priority in one area and non-priority in another. Members in either category have the opportunity to buy down their interest rate. By doing this, you can either lower your monthly payment or increase your purchase price. Let's say you have money in the bank above what NACA is requiring you to save. You can spend anywhere between 4 to 6% of the loan amount to buy down your rate. If you're able to negotiate a credit from the seller, you can use that money to buy down your rate as well. So even though rates are in the mid to low sixes, through NACA, you can essentially get a rate at 4, 3, or even 2%. Now, NACA has two sets of loan limits. In most areas, that number is $548,250 for a single family property. That's the maximum amount that you can borrow, even if you qualify for more. Now, Washington, D.C. is designated as a high-cost area. So in high-cost areas, that loan limit is $822,375. Another huge benefit to NACA is that they allow its members to purchase multifamily properties. The loan limits for those will vary depending on if you're buying a duplex, a triplex, or a 4-unit. Can you imagine that? Buying a multifamily property with virtually no money down and having your tenants offset your mortgage. Do you see why NACA is the best program out there? One of the biggest misconceptions about NACA is that it's a first-time home buyer program. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer to qualify, but you cannot own any property at the time of closing. The other thing is owner occupancy is required. You cannot use this program to purchase an investment property or any property where you don't intend to live. NACA is a membership, and like all memberships, they have their requirements. One of those requirements is that NACA will put a $25,000 lien on your property. $5,000 is forgiven for each year of ownership. Now, they do this to promote neighborhood stabilization and to prevent people from taking advantage of the program. With NACA, you can pretty much purchase any home that's available for sale. Single-family homes, multifamily homes, townhomes, mobile homes, condos, co-ops, new construction, short sales, foreclosures, and mixed-use properties. The only thing you cannot do is purchase auction properties. They're not going to allow that. Now, getting approved through NACA is a little different than what you would experience with a traditional mortgage process. NACA approval is based on the mortgage payment, not the sales price. And I can't lie, as a real estate professional, it is a breath of fresh air. Because when we're working with clients, a lot of times we get caught up in the numbers. Oh, well, this property is available for $450,000. Well, we get in a multiple offer situation or things getting competitive, well, let's bring it to 460, 465. Or this property is really nice. It's a stretch, a little out of my budget, but maybe I'm willing to go 500. With NACA, they break it down. It's either within your monthly payment amount or it's not. And if it's not, they're not going to allow you to buy the property. In fact, once you've attended all the necessary classes and submitted your paperwork and financial documents, they're going to give you a monthly mortgage payment number and access to their mortgage calculator. The monthly payment number includes principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and it also includes any HOA or condo fees that will be applicable. Throughout the home shopping process, you can use the mortgage calculator to plug in property information and get a monthly payment estimate. By doing it this way, you're not wasting your time seeing properties or writing offers on properties that are out of your budget. Once you're NACA approved, you'll be going through the home shopping process just like anybody else. You'll find a property, they'll issue a pre-approval letter. Once you go under contract, you'll schedule an inspection and they'll schedule the appraisal. And then roughly about 30 days after your contract is accepted, you'll go to the closing table. The only difference is you don't have to worry about bringing money for your down payment and closing costs because that's going to be covered. That's the beauty of NACA. I want to wrap this up by saying when it comes to NACA, everybody's experience is going to be different. They're known for their thorough approach because they want to make sure that everybody going through the program is financially prepared for home ownership. That means workshops, counseling sessions, and a detailed underwriting process. Their whole business model is giving mortgages with favorable terms to people who otherwise wouldn't qualify for one. And remember, while NACA has its challenges, all financial institutions do as well. If you're willing to invest some time, attend a few workshops, and navigate the process, the reward of home ownership, equity, and free money will be waiting for you. 2024 is all about turning obstacles into opportunities and making your dreams of home ownership a reality. If you have any questions about NACA or any programs that are out there, my information is in the description below. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.